Hey guys, it's Chris from Cheap Tech, and today I'm going to do my bit of a mini review of my iPhone X. Now I've had this getting on for a couple of months now, so I'm just going to run through a few things. It's a bit of a mini review, and I'll try and get through most of the basics. Now the first thing I want to sort of address, which is what everybody says about this, is the price. And yeah, I know it's expensive. I actually went out and bought mine off contract, and I got the bigger capacity one. So yeah, I fully agree it is expensive, but at the end of the day, if it's something that you like, something that floats your boat, then why not treat yourself? I will admit there's cheaper phones than this. I will admit there's actually cheaper iPhones than this. But there you go, this is what I wanted. The next thing is this phone for everybody? Now, yeah, if you get past the price, so you can buy this on contract. Do you like my dragon skin, D-brand skin there on the back? Game of Thrones, that's all I'm saying. Oh dear. Anyway, and I've put a bit of a red vinyl wrap sticker on there as well to accentuate the camera, which I think is rather cool. But anyway, getting back to the point, is this phone for everyone? If you're an Apple person, if you've had iPhones before and you got a bit bored with the design, being a bit samey every year or so, then yeah, this could be for you. It does refresh things. And it does make things a bit better again. Now, if you're a staunch Android person, then if you didn't like Apple before, you're not going to like them now, are you? To be quite honest. I've got a couple of friends who can't stand Apple. They'll admit that they're well built, that they're nice to use, but they say the software's sort of restrictive, shall we say. That's their opinion. So if you can overlook the price and Apple's for you, you know, if that sort of thing. It's like I've got an iMac, iPad, Apple Watch, you know, that sort of stuff. All works for me. I'm quite happy. And that's not to say I don't like Android. I do. I've had Android phones in the past. The last one I had was an S8 Plus, which I thought was gorgeous. And then I saw this came out. I saw this was coming out. Went and looked at one in my local Apple store. Felt it, held it. And I got that feeling I got when they first released the iPhone, and I thought, do you know what? That's gorgeous, that. So, got my money together, paid, and now I'm playing. So, Face ID, I found it to work really well. Obviously, it might be a bit stuttery because I'm actually sat behind the camera. So there we go, but when the camera's not in between me and the phone, it works really well. Now, let's start with the basics, the build quality. Now, I've got to say, I've had some really nice phones over the years, including iPhones and Android, and this is really nice. You've got the glass back, which obviously I've put a D-brand sticker on the back just to protect it. The front, the glass on the front, again I've put a glass screen protector on just to protect my screen from scratches. And the actual frame itself is stainless steel. This one's covered in a stainless steel, a space grey effect. The white one comes with just a plain stainless steel, which also looks great. Apple says it's the strongest glass they've ever used on a smartphone. What I would say to Apple is it's glass. It's going to break with a decent fall, like any piece of glass would, unfortunately. That's why I've got the protector and the skin on the back. The weight of it's very nice. It's heavy, but not too heavy. Does that make sense? And it feels quality. Again, I'll say that with all Apple products, always feel great quality. Now, getting onto the user interface. It's sometimes tried to unlock a few times. That's the other thing the Face ID does. If it tries to unlock unsuccessfully for a few times, it forces you to use your code, which again, if somebody's picking up your phone a lot and can't get in, you'll know that somebody's tried to do that by being presented with your code. So the user interface is very Apple. Again, if you like Apple and you've used Apple, you're not going to be a million miles away from being very familiar. The control panels, the top right, your sort of messages, notifications at the top left. Now at the bottom, you swipe up from the bottom, that's your home button. Technically that's your home, go home gesture, if you like. So you can be in an app, so let's pop into Geekbench, swipe up, goes back to the home screen. If you want to multitask, it's up from the bottom and slide over. And there you go. There you can slide through your multitasks. If you want to close one, press and hold and you'll notice the little minus buttons have turned up. We can then swipe away to our heart's content. Okay. If you've got, let's open the App Store and let's open Settings. So if you go into one and you swipe across the bottom, it takes you back. That's like swiping in between apps, if you like. So if you've got 3 or 4, it'll go that much either side. Now, we'll come on to battery life, and a few people have really slagged the battery life off of the iPhone X, iPhone 10. For me personally, I charge it to full every night, and by the time around 8 o'clock of an evening, I've still got about between 40 and 50% left. Now, I'm not a massively heavy user. I check my emails regular. I'll pop onto Facebook, YouTube, etc. during the day. Make the odd phone call. Not a big gamer, I'll be honest. But that's how I found it. If somebody's getting to the end of the day and they're down to 10%, I would suggest they're absolutely battering it, to be honest. So that's just my opinion. Next, another one of the big talking points. There we go. At the top, they're saying about the notch. Now, again, this is divided opinion. For me, it makes no difference. Don't forget, we're coming from phones with bezels on the top and the bottom anyway. So for me, I'd rather have a bit more space at the screen on the bottom and a bit more at the top. It hasn't really detracted from anything I've done. I've never looked at it and gone, ooh, that's horrible. One thing I have done, if you notice on my home screen, I've gone for a black background, and that just helps it blend in a little bit. Plus, with it being a dark background, as I'm sure you know, being an AMOLED screen, it uses less power, so that might be contributing towards my my battery life. So, again, that's something else to think about. The screen itself, I say it's an AMOLED screen. I've got to say, I think it's absolutely stunning. But then again, I thought the other Apple phones had really nice screens. They've never been the highest resolution. They've never been the latest tech. But Apple have done a fantastic job with this. The colours don't look too too saturated, too comedy, if you like. So yeah, very nice, very responsive. The phone itself just zips around, no issues whatsoever. Now we're getting on to the camera. So on the back, we've got that dual camera. A lot of phones do now. Again, what I will say without getting into too much detail, so you can see there's my iMac. The actual camera itself is pretty good. Oh, I'll go further than that, it's absolutely fantastic. But then my S8 Plus was fantastic. I don't look at both the pictures and go, one's better than the other. I look at them and go, yeah, they're excellent. Not as good as the DSLR, but, you know, the money you pay for them, why should they be? You've got your zoom in and zoom out, so that pops onto your different lens. And whenever you take a photo, let's just take one of BB-8 there. Nice and quick, it's straight in, and you know, the quality is superb. There might be people out there that might pick fault with that, you know, why would you have a green wall next to a brown table, that sort of thing. But no, I think cameras on smartphones these days are fantastic anyway. What else can we talk about? I'll quickly go through the benchmarks. We did have Geekbench up a few minutes ago. I did do a beat history. Are we going to have history? Oh, there we go. Right. So the single core, if you can see, was 4019, and the multi-score was 9746. That's good if you compare it to most other phones. Again, I'm not massively geeky when it comes to that, but let's have a look. Can we tell? Just quickly there. We're running 11.2.2, and we're on an Apple A11 Bionic 2.39 gigahertz. I'm not massively geeky. I'll just use the thing, and it's all I can say is it's absolutely rapid whatever you do. Onto the Antutu. Now I do believe this is an excellent score. 235,425. That's absolutely slaughtered anything I've had before. So well done, Apple. Like anything else that's Apple, I've found the apps that are on the App Store to be better quality than the Android equivalent. Not by much, but just a bit more polished, I tend to find. Again, that's not saying Android apps are bad, but if I sort of use, say, my banking app on this phone and then my banking app on an Android phone, this one just seems a little bit nicer. Strange, but that's the way it seems to be. What else can we talk about? Again, the integration between, you know, your iPhone, your iPad, you know, and then your Mac is fantastic. If my phone rings, I can answer the phone call either on my iPad or my iMac. I can make calls from either as well because it'll just stream the call through this phone. If I take a photo, it appears on the other device fairly quickly. And I've never seemed to get that with Android devices for some reason. Again, I'm not having to go at anything Android because I do really like Android stuff as well. But that's just the way I found it. And you say you've got the accessories like the watch, and I have got AirPods as well. They work really well. But anyway, that might be a discussion for another day. So yeah, I'll wrap it up there. I'll probably cut it down a little bit, like I'll cut that bit out what I've just said. Well, thanks for watching. Please do subscribe if you haven't already. Please do give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Alternatively, give us a thumbs down if you didn't like the video. And I'll catch you again in the next one. Bye for now.